I found a live feed of my daughter's bedroom on the dark web. She's been missing for 3 years. Emma disappeared on her 8th birthday. 1 minute she was playing in our backyard, the next she was gone. No witnesses, no evidence, no trace. The police searched for months, questioned every neighbor but found nothing. My wife left me 6 months later. I've been living alone ever since, unable to move because what if Emma comes home and I'm not here? For 3 years, I've spent every moment searching for her online. I've learned to navigate the darkest corners of the internet, reported dozens of predators to the FBI, but never found a trace of my Emma. Last night, I was in a forum that requires special encryption when I saw a live stream titled Forever 8 Premium Content. Something about that title made my heart race. 8 was Emma's age when she vanished. I clicked the link and my entire world collapsed. It was Emma's bedroom. Her exact bedroom, down to the purple butterfly bedspread I bought her for her 7th birthday, the bookshelf with all her favorite stories, even the small chip in the paint on the wall where she accidentally threw her toy horse. But something was wrong with the camera angle. It was positioned where her ceiling light should be, looking down at the room like a security camera. I knew every inch of Emma's bedroom, and this perspective was impossible from our house. Then Emma walked into frame, and I started sobbing uncontrollably. She looked exactly the same as the day she disappeared. Same height, same chubby cheeks, same gap between her front teeth. She hadn't aged a single day in 3 years. She was wearing the same pink pajamas she had on when I tucked her in the night before her birthday. She moved around the room like she was in a trance, picking up toys and putting them down without really playing with them. Her movements were slow and mechanical, like she was heavily sedated. I watched for hours, unable to look away. Emma would draw pictures with crayons, but when she held them up to the camera, they all said, "Help, Daddy," in her shaky handwriting. She kept pointing at the ceiling and mouthing words I couldn't understand. The stream had a chat where sick people paid money to request actions. The requests made me sick, but I stayed online, trying to find clues about where she was. That's when I decided to enhance the audio using software I'd learned to use during my searches. I filtered out the background noise and isolated the sounds coming from outside Emma's room. What I heard made my legs give out. I could hear my own voice, muffled but unmistakable, talking on the phone in what sounded like the room directly above her. I heard my footsteps, my TV shows, my daily routine. Emma was being held in a perfect replica of her bedroom somewhere beneath my own house. I ran to my basement, something I'd avoided for 3 years because it reminded me too much of hide-and-seek games Emma and I used to play down there. I started tearing apart the walls, pulling down the finished paneling my dad had installed when Emma was a baby. Behind the far wall, I found a hidden steel door with multiple locks. I could hear faint sounds coming from behind it. I grabbed a crowbar and started working on the hinges, my hands shaking so badly I could barely hold the tool. The door finally gave way, and I found a narrow staircase leading down to another level I never knew existed. At the bottom was a hallway with 4 different doors. The first 3 were empty rooms, but the 4th door had a small window. I looked through and saw Emma's bedroom, perfectly recreated, with cameras mounted in the ceiling. Emma was sitting on her bed, coloring another "Help, Daddy" picture. But when she looked up and saw me through the window, her face changed. The drugged, empty expression was replaced by pure terror. "You're not supposed to be here yet," she whispered, backing away from the door. "He said you would come get me when I turned 11. He said you were the one who put me here." I tried to tell her that wasn't true, that I'd been looking for her every day, but she just kept shaking her head. "He shows me videos of you. You told him to keep me here until I was old enough. You said you didn't want me anymore until I was bigger." That's when I heard footsteps on the stairs behind me. A man's voice called down, "Don't worry, Emma. Daddy's just checking on you early. He's been very excited about your birthday tomorrow." I turned around and saw my father standing at the bottom of the stairs holding a syringe and smiling. "I was wondering when you'd finally find her," he said. "She's been asking about you every day. Good news though. Tomorrow she turns 11, which means the buyer is ready to complete the transaction. Both of you."